Libra, what's going on? We are rolling right along, and this is your November 2017 reading. Trying not to get so much of my face in the video, to be honest with y'all, because I got mad poison ivy everywhere. I know tarot isn't about looks, but honestly, I feel like sloth, so that's how we're gonna roll with this video, okay? Ari, I feel a little girl climbing in my seat. Okay, so Libra, it's good. This is the Earth Magic Oracle deck I've been using for my beautiful friends, Britt and Brittany. They've let me borrow for this month. And it's a basic 7-card spread. I decided not to go Celtic Cross. What does Libra need to take a closer look at? What does Libra need not worry about? What does Libra need to be aware of this month? What does Libra need to hold tight to? What does Libra need to be appreciative of or learn to appreciate? What does Libra need to stop pursuing? And what does Libra need to seek? Off camera, I was meditating on your energy, and I pulled, what does Libra need to take a closer look at? Lotus flower, unfoldment. And I want to say that this card, like I've told you guys, I'm not completely familiar with the deck, but I want to say this is about the not feeling forced to be spiritual. Okay, so this is what Libra needs to take a closer look at in November. Your spiritual unfoldment is occurring at times whether or not you're aware of it. It is inevitable as long as you put trust in the hands of the Creator, the one who holds the light. Like the lotus, your soul is always reaching for the light and to fulfill its karmic destiny. But even in the process, there are periods of darkness and uncertainty and time to rest. It is a natural cycle, one that cannot be coerced or halted. It is in the innate rhythm of its own, one that is unique to the being that is you. You do not need to strive for or be driven to feel spiritual ambition. So don't let anyone force you, or don't force anyone else, rather, to be spiritual, to, connect with their higher purpose. It's all in due time, and the key word is to allow yourself to be spiritual. It does no good to try to force growth upon yourself or others for that matter. Allowing is the key. Allow the place in which you naturally want to follow the light, and to do so while recognizing that you will have complete faith when you face challenges and occasionally when you're suffering. Your steady faith and love will guide you to your journey of returning to the light. So Leo, we've all been going through a lot of shit this past 2 years, and even when you feel like so basically, Libra, I feel like that's telling you that everyone's been through a challenging time these past few years, and that if you feel that you need to take more time to yourself and to meditate and to feel more spiritual, that's great. But don't feel like anyone ever should push it upon you, or that you should push your spiritual growth upon anyone else, because it's not going to get anywhere. Okay. Damn, this stupid cord. Gosh. So, okay. The second, this is not going to work out. The second position is, what does Libra need not to worry about? Libra, you need not worry about a full moon completion. This has been a very general theme for all the signs. You're coming to the end of a phase, as we all are, and don't worry about it, because what is to be will be. And this completion, this end of this cycle, whether it's a job, a relationship that's ending, a phase of a relationship that's ending, a friendship, it's going to come to its culmination whether you are ready for it to or not. I'm just going to keep going through the cards, and then we'll interpret after, because this deck, as I said, I don't know that well. So what does Libra need to be aware of this November 2017? And this card says be aware of, like, as in, like, almost alerted to it as a danger. So Ari, why are you not eating? Why are you eating that from last night? Okay, Libra, take more time for yourself. Grounding. Okay, be aware of this. The danger here is if you do not take enough time to ground yourself and readjust to recenter. You know, I think we all know what problems can follow with that. Hold on. Sorry, Libra. Go ahead, Dick. Had to grab a smoke. Apologize to all of you that it may offend. Yes, most of us tarot readers, or most that I see, are cigarette smokers. So, last card, reminding you again what to be aware of, as in the standpoint that it could almost be a danger, is grounding, Libra. You guys need to take the time to meditate and to take time for yourself to ground yourself, okay? Because that's important for everybody. Okay. What does Libra need to hold tight to this November 2017? One more. Interesting. The autumn equinox. Perfect for this month. Release. This is something you need to hold tight to, is release. Okay, so I'm seeing a common theme in your cards as in everybody else's. Hopefully it speaks to the conscious collectiveness of all of us, that we're all coming to the end of this shit show of the past 2 to 3 years that we've all been going through, and that it will come to culmination and a new beginning. Hopefully will begin for all of us. Let's just hope, guys, right? Okay, Libra. This is something you need to hold tight to. Your release. Okay. What does Libra need to learn to appreciate in November 2017? What does Libra need to learn to appreciate? Very goofy. What does Libra need to learn to appreciate in November 2017? Well, the keyword is breach. I forget the meanings of this card, so like I said, we'll go through that. The interpretation's all at the end, unless I get one in between. Libra, this is something you need to stop pursuing. November 2017. What does Libra need to stop pursuing? What does Libra need to stop pursuing? Oh. You got 2 cards. Interesting. This might be a message for somebody. Fairies, earth magic, and then vision quest. I feel like this is telling one of you Libras out there that you are shutting down your potential, you're shutting down your intuition, and that you need to take some time by yourself, be it a couple hours a day in the woods by yourself, and go on a short little, obviously not like a, full-on peyote style vision quest, but there's a lot of Libras out there that are shutting down their intuition, and you guys need to refine that again, because it will be of very much use to you in this coming phase in your life. I want to say to at least one of you out there, these didn't fall out for no reason. So Libra, you guys are very intuitive. Don't shut that down, okay? You have the magic, you have the earth magic, and the knowing that these little fairies on earth and the woods have, and you just need to learn how to harness it. Again, what does Libra need to stop pursuing in November 2017? Libra, stop pursuing this. Iceberg, submerge. Stop going hermit mode, okay? Stop hiding your feelings, Libra. because they're going to come out, and they're going to come out when you least expect it, and it might not be in the way that you want them to come out. So if there's thoughts or feelings that you're hiding right now, Libra, that you feel that you feelings, things that you need to say to people, beefs that you need to settle, this is what you need to stop pursuing. You need to stop pushing them down to the bottom, and you need to come forth and air out that beef. You need to come forth and, just get it off your chest, okay? Because it's going to be better for you and better for everybody else, okay? And even if, maybe there's feelings for a guy or a girl that you've been submerging, that you've been holding down for a while, okay? It's going to come out. So you might as well be in control of when it does come out. Again, please don't even look at my face. It's covered with poison ivy. Gross. And finally, what does Libra need to seek November this 2017? Whoa. Okay. Libra, this is what you need to seek. Ocean, ebb and flow. Okay? The natural way of the world, the ebb and flow, the way things are supposed to happen. From this card, I hear go with the flow. I hear ease up a little bit. Okay? That's what I hear for you guys. At the bottom of the deck is communion. Everyone's been getting this card, life force. Go out in the woods, do an open-eyed meditation with a plant, an animal, and you will begin to realize that we are all connected. That prana, chi, the life force inside you. Go out in the woods and see what I'm talking about. Breathe out that oxygen, or that carbon dioxide, and breathe in that oxygen from the tree. We all are the circle of life, Libra. And also, this card to me, on a side note, it's not part of the book's interpretation, but this is about reaching out to your spirit guides and trying to connect with them in any way that you find fit, okay? My daughter's sitting on the table. Hold on. Okay. Once again, sorry, Libra. So we already went through what you need to take a closer look at. Don't let anyone force spiritual growth upon you, and don't force spiritual growth upon anyone else, because really, the point of an awakening and finding your spirit and your inner beliefs is to allow it to happen. It's not something that anyone should force on you, nor you should force on anyone else. What does Libra not need to worry about? Full moon, completion. Okay? Because a new phase is coming into everyone's life. We're all, I feel like, collectively kind of coming to the culmination of this shit cycle, I call it. So don't worry, because it's coming to an end soon, and whether you're welcoming it or not. So don't worry about this, Libra. You can now take the pleasure in knowing that whatever you've been working toward is now reaching its culmination. It may have been a relatively brief cycle or a much more extensive long one. I would like to think a lot of the Libras I know, it has been a much more extensive, long cycle and what they've been working towards. Yet regardless of the length of time, you have arrived to the stage of completion.
I'm sorry, because this is my mom. Because it's your birthday, Mommy!
Next Sunday.
I'm gonna get surprised.
So let yourself feel the contentment and the satisfaction of this accomplishment. It is like when you take a deep breath and reach the point of your lungs that they're so pleasantly full and your body is ready to release that breath. It is important not only to enjoy the completion, but to let go and allow yourself to relax afterward, just like exhaling slowly and consciously. People are much too eager to rush on to the next item on the agenda without giving the proper time or space of appreciating and honoring the natural cycle of release. That's another thing you need to hold tight to, Libra, is release. I think that's ironic. Give yourself that time to relax before tackling Spirit's next assignment. Libras are very ambitious people also. They're fair. The scales is their symbol. And I feel like they are people that want to achieve. They want everything to be fair. And they're like, okay, we've done this, on to the next. We've done this, on to the next. What's next? What's next? You guys need to not worry about what's next. It's coming, okay?
Yes.
Libra, this is something that you need to be aware of, almost in a danger way, and I can already see how it could be seen like that. Tree and grounding. I feel like it could be danger for Libras that are not taking the time to meditate and ground themselves through this chaotic time on Earth that we're going through here. So that's the only danger I see with this card. You've been feeling scattered and spacey lately, not fully in your body, and that's because you've not been able to get grounded. This is quite literal, that your body is made of materials of the earth. So when you feel disconnected from your body, you are inevitably disconnected from the earth. So get yourself grounded. You can do it quite simply. With your feet firmly planted on the ground wherever you are, feel the etheric roots that extend into the earth. Follow your breath so that each time you exhale, you imagine these roots growing even deeper into the earth. And when you inhale, draw up the loving, nurturing power of Mother Nature. As soon as you get the chance, go outdoors, sit or stand with your back supported to a tree. Feel its solidness and integrity. It is simply being a tree. Breathe in the essence of tree spirit and allow it to fill you up. Walk barefoot very slowly on the ground so you can maintain this connection. The reason why I feel like it's saying that this is a danger for you, Libras, is because you guys are so busy and very, you're so busy and you're very diligent, and you want to provide, and you're very hard workers. You need to take the time to relax and take time for yourself. Okay, that's the danger that I see this spread has laid out for you. Libra, you need to hold fast to this autumn equinox and release. Okay, you need to hold tight to this rather. I think it's going to talk about releasing.
This is my flying whisper. My flying whisper about Dadu. Dadu.
Okay. Okay, so you need to hold tight to this, Libra. Now is the time to let anything in your life fall away that is no longer useful or needed for the emerging expression of who you are. Okay, Libra, here we go. This is something you need to hold tight to, okay? Now is the time to let go of anything in your life that is no longer useful or needed for the emerging expression of who you are. Allow yourself to gradually shed what has become burdensome and no longer congruent with your soul's purpose. Conserve your energy by allowing yourself more rest, more grounding, more rest. At this time, and making preparations for the winter season. Look especially at your material possessions and be brutally honest with yourself as you discern which of these can be given away and somehow released. Consider shedding relationships that have served their purpose and are no longer viable, as well as a work or a job that has become devoid of interest or passion. While release comes with a sense of much lighter, just like the trees that openly bear their nakedness once their leaves have departed and give room for whatever new life is ready for birth, following a period of quiet and gestation. So let go whatever has outlived its purposefulness and trust that something else is taking its place. So, Libras, I know this is something hard for you guys to do because most of the things in your life up to this point, I think you've weighed out the options and this is why you're here, but things change, you know, and you guys really need to let go. I think that's like the message for Libras this month, that if things are not serving you anymore and you're not happy, you need to just kind of realize that and realize the best way to take care of it and take care of yourselves. Learn to appreciate this this month, Libra. The card is whale, and the keyword is breach. Again, sorry, I do not know these by heart. So, whale. Okay. It is time to take a break. Okay, once again, this is definitely following a theme for you guys. It's time to take a break, not just a coffee break, but a respite from the usual environment you find yourself in. Take that trip you wanted, go for it. Tired of being indoors, make it a point to go outside. Grounding, completion, release, ebb and flow. Go outside, enjoy nature. Find your answers out in the woods. Like, find yourself. Find who you were before the everyday rigmarole kind of ran you over. Make it a point to go outside. You've become so attached to your surroundings that you've created with them an illusion of safety. Yet these things do not make you feel safe. Rather, the familiarity has imbued you into the surroundings, which have generated a false sense of security. Taking time away from the familiar is literally about changing your external environment in a significant way, such as doing something unusual, or perhaps something that you've always wanted to experience. That might be hard for you, Libras. Another perspective is breaking through the barrier of beliefs that have constricted you in any way of being who you truly are, like religious beliefs that you've grown up with, the people around you, saying, I have dreadlocks. I have a lot of people that used to rag on me for that. And then I just finally came to the F it, and this is who I am and who I will be. And a lot of people appreciated the authenticity that came with my speaking from my heart space. So that's my advice to you. Learn to appreciate that others will love you, Libra, when you step into your truth and speak from your heart space. Another perspective is breaking through the barrier. This is your opportunity to do something intentional breaching of those thought patterns, which will open you to different worlds and perspectives. I think this is like totally a theme for you guys. Something you need to stop seeking is iceberg, submerge. Stop hiding those feelings. Stop hiding the shit of who you really are. Let your freak flag fly. This is who you are. If people love you, they will love you. If they don't, fucking kick rocks. That's what I gotta say. Okay. This is something you need to stop seeking, Libra. Whatever you suppress or deny and attempt to keep out of your conscious awareness will show up somewhere and somehow. These are your shadow aspects. At one time, you put them out of your consciousness for a good reason, yet they still remain contained by guilt and shame. Sometimes these submerged aspects of yourself are projected onto others so that they mirror those denied or suppressed parts of you. You may even harshly judge those characteristics when they are exhibited. I call that people that project, or, sometimes in the worst case scenario, delusional people that project these things amongst other people. Now is the time to let these elements to surface and embrace them. These make up some sort of self-expression, a secret dream you've always wished to accomplish, or even uglier aspects that are difficult to acknowledge or accept. Whatever they have submerged deep inside you, this is your opportunity to pay attention to these things and welcome them to the family called you. Okay? Same message, Libra. Don't hide who you are. Speak your truth, speak from your heart space, and people will love you for it. And something that you need to seek is ocean, ebb and flow, okay? And this, I think, is going to wrap it up quite nicely, I really feel like. An important aspect of the art of living is to move with the ebb and flow of your emotions, joining their fluidity but not being captured by it. It is also not necessary to become obsessed with any particular fluctuation of mood or feeling. They are simply emotions, often activated in ways that are completely beyond our comprehension. When you neither minimize nor exaggerate the intensity of the importance of your emotions, you have a greater sense of when and how to express them. You've been fighting the ebb and flow of your own feelings, Libra, denying your hurt, anger, or sorrow by either attaching yourself to one or by submerging them, or by nurturing them as if they were a feeding child, or else smoothing over your feelings with more practiced responses that deny and hide what's going on beneath the surface of your expression. The "I'm fine" bullshit. You know what I mean. When you attempt to constrict yourself from experiencing your emotions, it is much like trying to stem the tides that grow even more forceful with every human attempt to make them to control them. Allow yourself to swim with the variations rather than resisting them. When you try to swim against the tide, what happens? Undertow. You get swept under your feet and you're not expecting it. Libra, this November, I believe it is time to make you happy. And whether the things that you have to come out with are going to make the people that around you happy or not, that's how you're going to know who truly loves you for you and who really loves you for what you can do. You know what I'm saying? All right, Libras, I love y'all. I hope that some messages resonated with someone or all of you. I love you very much. Namaste.